When you look at it from that perspective, okay, it has value. The network itself has value. And if you look at it from that perspective, if you look at Bitcoin and you take a cursory look, and I've got a lot of books here on Bitcoin, you don't understand it. Probably think it's financial blather. You probably think it's a code on the internet that how could that be worth anything? It's not backed by anything. And if you read, there's a woman at Goldman Sachs that writes about it all the time. She's a Bitcoin denier. She hates Bitcoin and she says it's worth absolutely nothing and it's backed by absolutely nothing. And so therefore, it'll go to zero. It'll eventually trade to zero. And then there's guys like Cliff Asness. He wrote a parable. He said Bitcoin got to 250 and then exploded. And there's still some people that like it. It's trading at 10,000 and this is the year 2030. Why am I bringing that up? Because there's a healthy skepticism about Bitcoin in the marketplace, and people that don't really study Bitcoin, they have that feeling about Bitcoin. Now, maybe they're going to be right. I don't know. We'll have to see 10 years from now, 5 years from now. I'm been humbled by life, Alan, and I've been humbled by markets. So I'm not going to talk to you definitively about this. I'm just going to give my analysis and tell you that I've put my money where my mouth is. And so what I would say is that doesn't really understand the nature of that asset. And so what that asset is a secure, decentralized, fully distributed, very transparent spreadsheet. It's a very transparent system to move value between people. And by the way, people have to know this, their bank is a spreadsheet. Okay, your money's on the spreadsheet in one account, my money's on the spreadsheet in the other account. If you're the car dealer, the money in my account goes down, the money in your account goes up. What are those things? They're just digits in the bank. We've decided that we're going to trust this instrument, this US dollar, it's a form of technology to transfer value between each other. And why do we do it? We have all these different reasons why we do it. Okay, but what if you could create a trustless system? What if you could create a system where you don't have to rely on the government, but there's a network, and so a result of which there's hundreds of thousands of people, so you don't have to trust any one person, and the system is truly transferable, unhackable, it is completely secure, and then it ticks off all the elements that we've used to have money in our society: immutability, scarcity, trust in the technology. And when you look at it from that perspective, okay, it has value. The network itself has value. And if you look at it from that perspective, is it any different from gold? Gold is a bar of gold. Yeah, it's metallic. Some people will argue it has some manufacturing value. It has value for jewelry. Is that 5 or 10% of the value of gold? No, gold is valuable because we all perceive it to be valuable. We trust that other people will perceive this to be valuable, and so that we'll be able to use this to have value between each other. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes total sense.
And so when you do the homework, Stan Druckenmiller, Ray Dalio, Paul Tudor Jones, Michael Novogratz, Pete Grieger, Michael Saylor, you pick the person. Neil Ferguson, who wrote the legendary book, The Ascent of Money, is a historian about money and about what we use money for in our society. If you do the homework and you look at it, all of a sudden you're like, okay, that is money. Okay, and then will it be adopted by the society? As Satoshi said, will it catch on? You may want to buy some, it may catch on. And then you have this younger generation of people that understand the digital world, and then it starts to catch on, and now you're looking at adoption rates. And, so where are we? If it's Web 1, we're like in the year 2000. Imagine the growth between 2000 and 2025. And then let's be, Michael Saylor be mad at me. Let's be the Bitcoin is gold theorist. Michael says it's digital property. Michael says it's an operating system. It's a new software for money and the cycles of money and the transactions of money. It's a cheaper, easier, and it's immutable. The government can't corrupt it by adding to it. And so therefore it becomes even more valuable. But let's just say that it's gold. Okay, let's say that it's a form of digital gold. And by the way, it's easier to store and it's easier to move around than gold, is it not?
Absolutely. I mean,
okay,
you don't
and
need
so
to,
and so now all of a sudden it may be better than gold, but let's say it's just gold. Okay, and so as it's adapting, it's going to go through volatility curves. Amazon did that. Microsoft did that. Apple Computer did that. Pick the companies. And so this is now being adopted and married up against the people like me and Saylor and the guys that like it. There is a chant out there of people that don't like it. It could be Warren Buffett. It could be the woman that runs Goldman Sachs's asset management investment research. It could be a whole host of people, and they're going to chant against it. And so that creates this uncertainty. And it creates the cycle. And if you look at it from that point of view, there's an adoption curve, and that adoption curve should come with high volatility. But if we're right, the volatility will be volatility upward. It won't be volatility. It won't trade to zero.